Ancient life forms and epic views, all on a journey up one of Japan's most spiritual mountains, today on Wow to You, only in Japan. Do you know what the cure for boredom is? Adventure, my father would say to me when I was young. It's actually the rough approximation of a quote taken from the 1980s classic movie Never Cry Wolf, and I highly recommend you check it out. Now, those words have stood the test of time for me. Whenever I feel uninspired, non-creative, if I can remember to get out into nature and experience something beautiful that it has to offer, I immediately find that state of mind being turned around. Japan is an excellent place to do so. With so much undiscovered and so many beautiful mountains and shrines and spiritual places, that's where we head out today, and once again I am reminded of the potency of nature.
Hi guys, welcome to another video today. Thank you so much for joining us. So, the cities of Japan, amazing. Tokyo, Osaka, Kobe, all wonderful, but we should never forget when we are surrounded by such beautiful nature here as well, to get out into it, and I am joined by Luke today in a very special place.
So today we've come to Mount Kurama, which is home to the famous Kurama Temple. Now Kurama Temple is one of the most spiritual and important temples in all of Japan. It's also said to be the birthplace of Reiki, which is a kind of spiritual healing practice. And we're going to start at the foot of the mountain, make our way up to the top where the temple is. We're going to be rewarded with a fantastic view, and then we're going to make our way down the other side.
Sounds good. Yeah. Let's get going.
Not knowing the area well, I was lucky to have Luke there because he drew my attention to something you would not want to miss at the start.
The first thing you'll notice when you leave the station at Kurama is this massive Tengu head statue. Tengu, for those of you who don't know, are these mystical figures from Japanese folklore, famous for their really long noses, and they're said to embody the spiritual power of the mountains. Now, the famous samurai from the late Heian period and early Kamakura period, Minamoto no Yoshitsune, was said to endure really harsh training from the lord of the Tengu himself right here.
I am a man of complete self-control, so it was absolutely Luke, not me, who said that we couldn't continue unless we tried some of what they have.
You may or may not have heard that the Japanese love their characters, and they also love associating sweets with characters. So as the region's character here is the Tengu, they have a delicious strawberry ice cream dedicated to the Tengu.
And I've got the Ushiwakamaru white coffee ice cream. Now, if you remember Minamoto no Yoshitsune, well, Ushiwakamaru was his childhood name. And if anyone deserves an ice cream, he does, because he endured really harsh training here.
Cheers.
Cheers to that. Now, it's called white coffee. That's pretty accurate. It's kind of a mix of almost white chocolate, coffee beans. I can taste hints of vanilla as well. Really refreshing.
Mount Kurama is not your average hike, and that becomes immediately apparent the moment that you step through the initial gate. Within minutes, you're greeted with an ever-increasing number of fascinating structures and points of note along the path.
As you progress up towards the temple, you encounter some really interesting features. Here, there are 3 massive cedars, the tallest of which is 53 meters, and it is over 800 years old. There was something else, though, that Luke pointed out about the surroundings.
That's right. Although we're making our way towards a Buddhist temple, on the way you'll actually encounter a number of Shinto shrines. Now, Shintoism and Buddhism are 2 separate religions that have coexisted for most of Japan's history, only being formally separated in the 1800s. Now, this particular shrine was founded in 940, and the building behind us has remained unchanged since 1607. It's really old.
Crazy.
Following the cedar trees, you enter into a series of switchbacks. They're because without them, the incline of the path becomes so severe it would become impassable.
So when you go to a shrine or a temple in Japan, you'll often see these lanterns dotted here and there. Now, these are lanterns that people or companies have donated to bring good fortune. Now, this particular lantern was actually donated by the place where we got our ice cream at the very beginning.
Now, when I said that you will be treated to a spectacular view, make no mistake about it, that is not simply at the summit. You could stop at almost any moment along this hike and be treated to some of the most beautiful scenery you have ever seen.
We made it to the top, and we promised you guys an incredible view, so that's exactly what you're going to get now. What you're looking at is across to Mount Hiei, and if you enjoyed the hike today, I'm told that it is equally beautiful in its own way. But there is as well some interesting details to know about the temple here.
So right in front of the main hall of the temple, you'll see a stone symbol carved into the ground. And the center of that symbol is a triangle, with each point of the triangle representing one of the three deities that are worshipped at the temple. Now, each deity represents truth, mercy, and cosmic energy. Now it's said that if you stand in the middle of the triangle, you're supposed to feel a surge of cosmic power radiating within you.
Which I'm sure is the Master Sword, if you know anything about that.
Does look like a piece of the Triforce, doesn't it?
It was impossible not to notice the incredible number of fallen trees and also the size of the trees that had fallen. Luke brought to my attention that that was caused by a typhoon that had come through the area some years ago. It was humbling to see such power exerted on these trees. When you look at the root systems, it seems like they would never come out of the ground, but that's the power of Mother Nature.
After it's all said and done, guys, I think the thing that sticks out to me the most is that I'm shocked I never heard about this before hanging out with Luke. It's that amazing, and it reaffirms everything we said at the beginning, that there's so much value in pushing out beyond your door, going off the unbeaten path, and exploring some of these beautiful green spaces in Japan. And we have one bonus tip for you here at the end.
So we're not actually going to tell you exactly what it is, because we want you to have a really personal experience with it. But once you get to the main temple, you can actually go downstairs and find something really, really special there. So we hope you enjoy it.
Thanks for watching the video, guys. Really, really appreciate it. I'll see you down in the comments below, and take care out there. Until next time.